Hi YouTube fam, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Donna. And for those of you not new, thank you so much for continuing to come back and support my channel. I appreciate you all so very much for clicking on my video. I know that you don't have to, so it warms my heart so very much that you do. Today I am doing my March Faves and Flops, and to be honest, I've got not very many products in here. I'm really super excited about the flops this month because there's not very many, and like I really feel like they're genuine flops. And for one of them, I'm so disgusted. So I'm going to start with flops because y'all know I don't like to end my videos on a crazy negative note. So the first flop I have is this Yensa Color and Face Tone Up Primer Essential Glow. I did get this in an IPSY. This is what it looks like. And over this last month, I thought I would try it out. I've been trying to incorporate samples into my everyday use just so that I can use my samples, get familiar with new products, maybe find a new favorite. This one was not it. This primer, so it says, smooth on a thin layer over clean moisturized skin, let it sit for 15 seconds, then apply a foundation for an even coverage. I have found, number one, this is called Essential Glow. Did you guys see that? There is no glowing properties to this. There is no glowing properties to this, number one. Number two, it is greasy. It leaves my skin feeling so gross. And this, I used quite a bit of it. I mean, as you can see, it is more than halfway gone. Well, let's be real, you don't get very much in these kind of packages in the first place. But I used this for probably 4 days and then stopped using it. Went back to a different primer that I've used before because I didn't know what was making my skin feel gross. And then went back to this one after a week of non-use, and it was, it was just so bad. It made my skin feel so gross. And there's not really any... It doesn't have any kind of, you know, when you get samples, a lot of times they don't have any kind of ingredient list on them, and it definitely doesn't. But this is what it looks like on the hand, and then you smooth it out, and this is what it looks like afterwards. I don't really find that it is glowy. I mean, yeah, it looks wet. Maybe a little glowy, but I don't feel like it made my skin look glowy after I put foundation on it, number one. And number two, I used it in conjunction with multiple foundations, and every single one of them just kind of, I'd wipe my face and feel the foundation on my fingers after wiping my face. Even my Too Faced Peach Perfect that does not move off my face was coming off of my face. I would do my brows and then maybe like wipe off the top of my brows because I had accidentally got, you know, some brow product above my eyebrows, so I would wipe it off, and all of the makeup that I had put on top of this primer came off on my finger. It's just gross. In addition to that, it didn't help my makeup stay. I mean, obviously, if I could wipe it off with my finger 20 minutes into application, you know, 2 hours in, this was it. All of my makeup was off my face. You could not even tell that I was wearing anything except for around the edges of my face where I maybe didn't touch, or my phone didn't touch, or I didn't, you know, I don't know, but it was awful. And even though there is a small bit of it left, it will be going into my empties container for April, and I will not be using any more of it. The second fail I had for this month, I'm really sad about because this is a full container. This is a full container. So this is the chlorine makeup remover, floral water makeup remover. I took a small sample size of this with me to my first business trip out of town, because you can't take a bottle this big of makeup cleaner, and the smaller size bottle that I have is still 6 ounces, I think, of makeup cleaner. So I just had a small sample size version of the same stuff, so I took it with me, and it is the worst makeup remover I have ever had in my life. This does nothing for removing your makeup. It does take everything that is on your eyes and spread it around. Like, I would have blackness all over my face after using this, but nothing was removed. It was all just all over my face instead of in one isolated area. And this is full. I am so happy that I did not spend full price on this, because if I had, I would be pissed, because I got it from FabFitFun and there's no way to take it back, right? Also, I opened it thinking that I would need to use it at some point in time, so I opened it. So this is going to stay in my beauty room instead of in my bathroom where I wash my face. And I am going to use it for, I don't know, something else. Taking off the makeup swatches off my arm, or smearing them around on my arm anyway. So that is what I will be using this for. I know that this tends to run pretty high in the cost scale of things. So if you guys have this makeup remover and you love it, please tell me how you're using it to make it work for you, because like I said, I did not, and I didn't have on waterproof mascara or anything like that. I did not find that it worked. I found that it smeared everything around on my face, and that made it even more difficult to get off the rest of my face with something else. So I just kind of hate it. And the next thing I have is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Hydrating Serum. It says replenish, smooth, and soften. This was also in my empties video because it is empty. But I took it with me this month on my first trip out of town and found that this was just the most horrible serum for my face. I feel like I'm super close to the screen, so I'm gonna back up just a little bit. It was super horrible for my face. It did break out my face. It does say that it's safe for sensitive skin, but either it's not, or my face is just really super sensitive, or a combination of the fact that I have super sensitive skin and was in an area that my skin isn't accustomed to. It caused some acne issues on my face. Not acne necessarily, but like 2 or 3 pimples on my face that I wouldn't have had otherwise, I feel like, because I'm not pimple prone. So this was definitely a fail for me. I won't repurchase this. I would never purchase a full size of this just because of how my skin reacted. Now, with that being said, and to be fair to First Aid Beauty, like, my skin reacts pretty ridiculously to a lot of products that I put on my face. So it maybe isn't this guy's fault. I've heard really great things about First Aid Beauty skincare. My daughter loves it. So it's just not for me. All right, so on to favorites for the month. So first of all, I'm going to talk about this because it kind of surprised me. It is the Morphe Blush Palette. Did I talk about this before? This is the Morphe Blush Palette, and this one is, I think, Cools. It's the 8C Cool Pro. I believe I talked about this before. This came with me in all of my travels over the last several weeks, and I found it to be pretty amazing. It had any blush I wanted in it, and I didn't have to bring along any other blushes. As a matter of fact, my first trip out, I did bring along a couple other blushes that I was super comfortable with and didn't even touch them. So this one here is a really pretty kind of like rose gold colored blush, and this one here is actually a beautiful, like, natural looking blush. The rest of them are here or there, you know, they're pretty blushes all around. I used this one, and this one the most, and I didn't find that there was a problem with their longevity. I found that they were super pigmented. I love them. And I Not sure that I love much of the Morphe brand, but I definitely love this blush palette. I feel like I've talked about that before. Did I haul it and tell you guys about it? Either way, it was one of my faves for this month, so. Another thing that was a favorite of mine this month, and you might be able to tell once I open it, is this Winky Lux Strobing Balm in Radiant Pink. This is what it looks like. And then you just open it up. It is rather difficult to open, if I'm being honest. You open it up and this is the product. As you guys can see, I have more than used this product. It is used up. The saddest part about this is I think I started using it in February, like a few times towards the end of February. But all of March, I use this almost every single day. It was so pretty and I got so many compliments. And because it's a cream formula, it's just super natural and I found it really easy to apply and blend. So I used it all the time. As a matter of fact, in all my videos over this last month, I am wearing this highlighter. That is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just such a natural, pretty highlighter, and because it's cream, it just melts right into your skin and it is so beautiful. I'm going to try, and it is cream, so I need to get a spatula out and dig around this and then put it all in the center so that I can still use it. What I have been doing lately is taking one of my like little tiny purple Real Technique sponges and getting in there so that I could get the product out and then just stamping it on my face and blending it out. I love this highlighter. I'm going to look it up to see if I can purchase it full size because I really just love it. The next thing I have in here is this. This actually kind of surprised me. It is the Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation. So I used this once a few months ago when I first purchased it. I got it in, I think I got it in October when I did a Tarte special. You purchase, you know, 7 full-size items for $64 or something like that. I used it once. I hated the doe foot applicator on it because it's huge. This is what it looks like. It's just so big. And I didn't like the way it made my skin look. But because I have so many foundations in my collection, I think I have like 5 or 6, which is a small collection compared to some, I use the foundations that I don't particularly love on days that I'm not really going anywhere, days that I just want to play with makeup, those kind of things. I needed to record last weekend, and I used this on one of the days that I was recording, and I absolutely loved the skin that it produced. Not the skin that it produced. I loved the way my skin looked in it. So, and I really love it. Okay, so it's never going to be my holy grail foundation, but I really did like the way it makes my skin look. This is a really, really good foundation, and it's one that I didn't really give a chance at first or really hated at first. With that being said, I still hate the doe foot applicator. I think that's gross, and I think it's weird, but I do like this foundation. And it's one that I found myself reaching for quite a bit on my days off after I used it the other time, and loved the way it looked. The next thing I have is this. It is the Ciate Wonder Wand Mascara. It looks like this. This is also in my empties video because it is an empty mascara. The reason why it's an empty mascara is because I got it about 3 months ago in IPSY, I guess, and all this month it is the mascara that I have been reaching for. I will top another mascara with this mascara if that mascara doesn't function the way I want it to function. And I would consider purchasing a full size of this if I didn't already have like 15 unopened full-size mascaras. But I think I'm venturing along the path of full-size mascaras are just silly to buy in the first place. These little sample size mascaras last forever. And I think I got this in an IPSY. And I used it once or twice for, you know, the first or second month that I had it. And then I was like, that's going to go bad, so I really need to start using it. And once I started using it, I really loved it. So I just used it and used it and used it, and now it's not empty, I guess, per se, because I don't believe that mascara is ever really truly empty, but I can't get a decent amount of viable product out of this tube anymore. You know how when mascaras start to go bad, they get kind of goopy and gross. That's what it is on the inside now, but I love that mascara. The next two things I have here, the last two things I have here, actually kind of go hand in hand with each other. I have the Urban Decay Brow Blade and Brow Endowed. So these are awesome. These are the shit. Have you guys used these yet? If you have, let me know what your feelings are about them. So the Brow Blade is amazing because on one end you have a pencil, which looks just like a regular brow pencil. It's like the micro tip, so it's super skinny and you can, you know, carve out your brows and get really good at doing your brows. The other side of that is a pen, like an eyeliner, but so thin and precise and just works really well to create hair-like strokes. Like, I wasn't being super precise, but that's what, you know, it looks like. If you are gentle about it, it really does produce hair-like strokes and looks just amazing. The one thing I did, I got Cafe Kitty, and I think next time I might get a darker shade. I don't know, this name doesn't seem right. Anyways, this is the Brow Endowed, and that is the shade I got. I don't even know what that says. I can't, it's like RERNOW. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, this guy is also really amazing and great for application on days that you don't really want to do your brows or kind of in a hurry. So the primer end, it's got a primer end and a color end. I don't know if you guys can see that. The primer end is just a wand, really super skinny wand with a primer on it, and it is a colored primer. But the colored primer goes away when you use the color end of this product. So the color end of this product has color on it. For some reason, my wand is really bent. I think I jammed it into the tube one day without even thinking, but so this is the color end, and as soon as you put the color over the top of the primer color goes away. Even if you don't put the color on top of the primer changes to like a clear color anyway, but your brows don't go anywhere. You comb those through super quick, super easy, and your brows stay put. They go nowhere. The only thing I don't like about it is they kind of almost feel crunchy a little bit, but I have found that if you go over the top of them with another spoolie, that they don't have that crunchy feeling to them. So those were my faves and flops for the month of March. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to know more information about any of these products, let me know. What were your faves and flops this month? If you have a video out there, let me know. I will definitely go watch it. Some of you, I probably am trying to catch up on watching yours. But if you have a video out there and you're not sure if I'm going to make it over to your channel to watch it, please let me know. I would love to go watch your video on your faves and flops. It's always interesting to me to see what people are using and what their favorite items are of the things that they're using and what their flops are. Kind of steers me clear of potential makeup disaster. I really appreciate you guys sticking it out today. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, that you're considering giving it a big thumbs up. It really does help our channels out here. I also hope that you're considering subscribing to my channel. I do upload content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so don't forget to click that bell so that you're notified when I upload. And until next time, guys, bye.